gosh, this place is just vast.
Give it up, Roy Keane. Give it up.
Like magic.
Phil Foden, the hat-trick hero. This is just Man City being an absolute machine.
The impressive and mighty Etihad Stadium in Manchester City. Forget tough sheet, forget eco power. This is pretty massive. I'm not gonna lie. Sorry Rovers fans, sorry Reading fans. This is a big deal. Hey, what's up everyone? It's your soccer zombie Tom Franklin here. First premier match ever in person for me, as here in Manchester today. Kind of a gray day here, but a good day for a top Premier League match, number 3 versus number 4 in the league, as Man City gets set to host Aston Villa today. This one has some big Premier League implications. Aston Villa a little bit of a distance away from Man City, trying to close the gap and trying to fend off Tottenham in the race for the Champions League. And this is a tough test against a always strong Man City team who is also in the title race themselves. So both of these teams have a lot to play for, a lot on the line today. So this time around, unlike the Reading video and unlike the Doncaster video, I kind of don't have a dog in this fight. I'm just here to watch a really good match. And here as a neutral, I do have a Man City kit on, so forgive me, Liverpool fans, but I'll be sitting in the Man City section, so I wanted to just play it safe. So I'm gonna go check out the City store right here, and as I'm on my way there, I also did a little shopping in Manchester the other day before the Reading game. Paid a visit to a little place called Classic Football Shirts, and let's see what I walked away with. I've given these people so much money over the years, and now I'm here, all the way from America. All right, so in this bag are 3 total impulse buys from Classic Football Shirts, because, you know, when in Rome, you know, that's what you do. You buy Classic Football Shirts at Classic Football Shirts. And let's see what's in the bag. All right, first things first, we have Manchester City's 2021-22 away kit. And, hey, this looks familiar. I'm actually wearing this today. Go figure. Yeah, I wanted to be prepared for the Man City game tonight, so here we are. Some kits just go absolutely hard. And this kit from Odense in Denmark goes freaking hard. This is a Prematch kit, I believe, that they had. I've been eyeing this one on the Classic Football Kits website for quite a bit, but seeing it in person convinced me to pull the trigger. In fact, let's look at the back. I mean, Vikings in the front, dragons with crowns on the back. I mean, what more do you need here? And finally, last but definitely not least, this was the most expensive of the 3, and you'll see why. It is a Ireland national team kit from the early 2000s. Now, this isn't just a Republic of Ireland kit. This is a Roy Keane Ireland kit from the early 2000s. And the thing I like about this kit, just besides the fact that it looks really sharp, it's from the early 2000s, so it truly is a classic football kit. Probably the oldest kit I've bought from them so far. But the letters and numbering are felt. So it's just a real quality kit. I really love this. By the way, the only reason I got it is because I am hopping over to Ireland as part of my speedrunning trip here, and wanted a little something to remember it by, even though I'm not in Ireland yet. Just felt like getting an Ireland kit. A very busy club shop here. Very busy. So I had to get out of the club store there. Number one, it was very congested. But number two, I saw some people with match day scarves, the half and half scarves. Apparently you can't get them in the store. They were saying a vendor out here somewhere was selling them, and I must be blind because I can't find that vendor, so maybe I'm too late. Okay, so I solved the mystery. The match day scarves sold out very quickly. I talked to a street vendor, and he told me that everyone sold out of them. So just a little too late, I guess. But he did warn me for Anfield tomorrow if I want a match day scarf there from one of the street vendors to get there early. And luckily, I'll already be in town for that. So in the meantime, though, I'll just have to settle for Erling Haaland's face on my wall. Also, this breaks the physical ticket streak, and it'll probably end it here in England as digital ticket for this one, digital ticket for Anfield tomorrow, and digital ticket Friday for Bohemian. So they're not everywhere here in England, and at the top levels, they don't seem to be a thing. So St. Louis is not just you. Gosh, this place is just vast. Like, look at the spires. I mean, they're just gigantic. And they got the spiral staircases upstairs. I mean, this is a formidable place. By the way, this is a very bougie place to be. A lot of people with money in this place, as one might imagine here. I almost feel kind of out of place here. I just work at a children's hospital in St. Louis. Nothing fancy. All right, we are in the Etihad, through the turnstiles, and up we go. Touchless ticket system here. I didn't get to show you it because I had to use my phone to actually get in. But yeah, I'm sitting pretty high up today in the Colin Bell stand. Row Z, I know that much. I'll find out the section here in a bit, but it should be a pretty good view. Also an aisle seat, which is good because I'm a chonky boy, as you have seen. By the way, very nice view of the Manchester skyline as you're going up the ramp here. Manchester, very underrated skyline. It's kind of nice. A lot of the buildings are similar in architecture, so I'm sure this is planned somehow. But yeah, not too bad. I've spent a lot of time in Manchester since I've been here, almost as much time as I've been in Liverpool, and I want to come back and visit someday. Despite the impressive size of this place, kind of a tight concourse here. Take a look at the concession prices. We got some pies up there. Okay, still $5.75 for a pie. I mean, a little more than the other places I've been to, but not bad. And if we look at the rest back here, oh yeah, this is the Etihad, and City Park is still way more expensive. It's just wild. You know, my friend Chris Perkins, he joked when I got this ticket that I might need a Tibetan Sherpa to get up to this seat. It's not far off. Actually, it wasn't too bad getting up here. Probably no worse than Busch Stadium, honestly. But yeah, still, even though it's high up here, still gonna be a great view of the game. Again, I'm in the second to last row, the upper deck of the Etihad, and yet I still feel like right on top of the action. Like, this is actually, I mean, I know the phone camera makes it look a little more distant than it actually is, but like, I can still make out jersey numbers out there on the field. This is going to be a fantastic view and a fantastic game. I'm getting more hyped up for this as time goes on here. Even though, like I said before, I don't really have a dog in this fight. I just want to see some good football. Okay, time for a hot take. So you see this guy here, Erling Haaland. Recently, Roy Keane, who, by the way, his jersey I just bought, by the way, awkward, recently came out and called Erling Haaland a League Two player. Absolutely ridiculous. One, I was at a League Two game last night in Doncaster, and let me tell you something, Erling Haaland would score about 10 goals a game in League Two. Apologies to Rovers fans, apologies to Wrexham fans. Haaland would absolutely destroy League Two, and it's so silly to call him a League Two player when he clearly is a world-class striker. I mean, give it up, Roy Keane, give it up.
recently. That's all I'll say. And we're away at the Etihad. Number 3 versus number 4 in the Prem. Man City fired up after Julian Alvarez hits it off the side of the netting, 2:28 into this one. And City are on the board. Looked pretty clean to me. Of course, you can go back and check the replay and tell me I'm an idiot. And a roar from the crowd as the goal is upheld. Etihad comes alive after that goal here. There's been a good energy in this building. Like, the Etihad gets kind of a bad rap by people sometimes, but there's a good energy in here. Goal for Aston Villa, 1-1 in the 20th minute. Villa fans celebrating now because the goal stands. They were checking Duran for a possible offsides. By the way, Duran, a Colombian, also formerly of the Chicago Fire, all the way up now in Aston Villa. How about that? Really nice goal by Duran if you have a chance to see it. Just a nice 1-2 setup. Duran starting it, laying it off, and then he makes a nice run, stays on sides, and just buries it. Just well done by Duran, 1-1. Every time Jack Grealish touches a ball, he gets boos from the Aston Villa faithful. Of course, formerly of Villa. As quickly as those "Come on City" chants start, they end. I'm never quick enough to get them. Yellow card given to a Villa player. Didn't quite catch the number, but there was a foul further down the field. Looks like Man City, though, is going to get a pretty threatening free kick location spot here. Just a little high. Much to the delight of the Aston Villa faithful. Ooh. City threatening. A couple good chances here towards the end of the first half, trying to get a 2-1 lead going into half. Like magic. Hey, St. Louis, City Park. Here's an idea for you. Well, I knew that was going to happen. Stepped away right before halftime. There was a break in the action. Thought maybe we'd go into halftime, tied 1-1. Got myself a self-serve beverage, and Phil Foden scores. I missed it. Really, just expert aid to your vlogger here. Just fantastic. All right, halftime here at the Etihad. I got my shame drink here after missing Foden's goal, and so it's 2-1 City here at the half. City, I think, have had the advantage in this one. I think they've controlled possession very well. Their XG is way up on Villa. Villa's in the races though. Like the stats got kind of hide a little bit that Villa is being competitive in this one. Still a long ways to go. Full half left to play here. Very good game so far. I mean, just a very well played, very technical game here, of course, as you would expect with two top teams in the Premier League. I enjoyed the Etihad so far. It's big, spacious, but fans around me are good. The energy level in the Etihad is pretty good. I know it gets a bad rap, as I said earlier, but this is a high stakes game that we're watching here, and I think the City fans are out here for it, as well as the Villa supporters as well. So it should be a fun second half here. This was a great decision, and again, City Park. You saw the video on the self-serve beers. Give this some thought. Give this some thought. It's pretty wild. Second half underway here at the Etihad, and as you can see, some of the crowd a little late to get back to their seats. Breakout here for Villa. He's got space to work with. Centers it, shot, and a nice save. Very nice save. Nicely dealt with. Now Man City, and surely that'll be enough. And yay, I did get to see a Phil Foden goal today. It's professional football here on display by City. Very patient approach on attack, waiting for their opening, not forcing anything, and just very professionally done by Phil Foden here, getting his second of the game. City up 3-1 here, and surely that'll be enough here in the 63rd minute. Oh! 3-1, and City are not letting off the throttle at all. Now 4-1, City up. And Phil Foden, the hat-trick hero for Man City. What a performance by him. What a performance by City today. City is not in a position to give up any points in this championship race here, and they came out here with a mission today, and that is to assert themselves in the top 3 of the Prem, and they certainly have here with an absolute masterclass performance here today. This is just Man City being an absolute machine. As Kovacic comes in for City. This bench for City is just ridiculous. Kovacic is a bench player for Man City. Like, what? Big ovation for the hat-trick hero today, Phil Foden, as he is subbed off here in the 80th minute. What a game from Phil today. Every bit the superstar that he is for Man City. When it's not your night, it's not your night. And it's not Aston Villa's night. Full time at the Etihad. Dominant performance by Man City. What more can be said? And there you have it. Big win for City tonight. Keeping their championship hopes alive. 4-1 win. Dominant. What more can be said? Villa looked like they had at least a prayer at halftime, but that prayer did not go answered rather, as City just laid it into them in the second half. Didn't give them a chance to get back into this game. City having 2/3 of possession, major shots advantage. This was just a clinical, classic Man City domination today, pure and simple. A little disappointed didn't see Haaland today, but I can understand that after playing against Arsenal. They probably wanted to rest him up a little bit today, but Haaland's one of my favorite players in the world of football, and I was hoping to see him today. I don't care what Roy Keane says. I think he's a freaking idiot for calling Haaland a League Two player. I mean, okay, Haaland might be a little one-dimensional, but that one dimension makes him one of the best players in football, period. End of story. So, regardless, that is it from the Etihad tonight. Catching a late train to Liverpool for Liverpool and Sheffield United tomorrow. But if you enjoyed this content, please make sure to like and subscribe. If you're a Man City fan, let me know what you thought of the game in the comments below. And a little more bare bones this time around. No fan interviews or anything like that. I really just came here to enjoy this game, and hopefully you watched it and you did too. So this is your soccer zombie, Tom Franklin. See you next time.